Yes, the 41st problem in your primer book. The hexagonal lamina of side 25 mm rest on one of its corner on HP. Yes. So in this statement they given clearly it's an hexagonal lamina of 25 mm side. Next, one of its corner. So corner condition and resting on HP. It is rest on HP. So that you have to start with first position. Always you have to start with the top view. Okay. Then corner condition. Clear? So corner condition, top view, hexagonal lamina. It's the first position detail. Second thing, if it is resting on HP, the second inclination should be HP. Okay? Second inclination should be HP. So here the lamina makes 45 degree to HP. So second position you have to make that lamina 45 degree to HP. Okay. And the third, the diagonal passing. Yes, they given the diagonal passing through the corner. So they given problem is based on the diagonal, so that if the diagonal is there and the diagonal is inclined to VP, then you have to go with locus method. Clear? And you will get an beta angle. So finally you will get beta angle. You have to find out the beta angle. That is what locus method, because this problem is based on the diagonal passing through the corner on which it rests. The corner on which it rests. So this is a corner. Okay. So this is a hexagon and this is a corner, and the corner from here to here there is a line joining. That line is called a diagonal. So in case of hexagonal, the corner to corner the line joining, and that is called diagonals. In case of pentagon, the corner to side joining, it is called perpendicular bisector. Okay, so it is an hexagon, so the diagonal, and if diagonal is there, then you have to go with the locus method. Okay. Yes, we will start the problem. First you have to write HP, VP, XY line. Then you have to construct the hexagonal lamina of 25 mm side. Hexagonal lamina of 25 mm side. I already explained how to construct manually as well as with the help of this software, and here I will show you how to construct manually. So you have to use a circle method. Okay, and so from your a compass, make 25 mm as a radius. Okay, 25 mm as a radius. From the scale, take that compass and draw a circle. Okay, and after that, so if you want a corner condition, then you have to draw horizontal line. If you want edge condition, draw vertical line. I already explained in the first class. Okay, so here you have to draw a line. Okay, that is what, from center to horizontal line. Here also same thing, from center to horizontal line. Then take the same compass. Okay, and the radius is same 25, because we need a 25 mm side. So take same 25 and from here cut the arc. Similarly from the same point and the same 25 mm radius, and cut the one more arc. And on the other side again take same 25 mm, cut the arc, and another side repeat the same thing, so that you will get an points. Okay, and those intersection point, this horizontal to the circle, we get a 2 intersection point, and from the 4 arc with the circle we will get a 4 intersection, total 6 intersection point, and you just join those 6 points and you will get an final hexagon. See, exactly intersection like this you have to join. So manually with the help of scale and pencil you have to join, and once the construction is over you just remove the circle and go for the naming. You can call it as a and this one is B and this is C and D, E and one more thing F, and here this A and D is the diagonal. Okay, A and D is the diagonal, and here if you want you can mark this is a 25 mm and this diagonal. Okay, A and D diagonal, it's a you just measure the distance between this point A and point D is 50. Okay, the diagonal, and afterwards go for the projection so that you will get an front view. We need a front view. This A point up to A and this B point and this F point will merge. So this C point will merge this E point, and finally F, sorry, D point. And once we got this projection, then join for the front view. First join all these intersection lines, then go for the naming, and this one is a dash and this one is B dash visible, but in bracket you have to write F dash, and similarly C dash visible, in bracket you have to write E dash, and finally D dash is visible. So this is what the first position. Okay, and the second position is in the problem they given lamina makes 45 degree to HP. So second position inclination is HP, because here rest on HP, so you have to go with second position inclination HP. So you have to tilt this front view for 45 degree. So you just measure the distance. So this is what the manual way of construction I am explaining. Clear? So take this, so mark anywhere, and with the help of protractor, use protractor. Clear? Use the protractor, and the angle is 45 degree. Draw 45 degree. Clear? Next, use the compass. You have to take the compass, place it A dash, stretch up to B dash. Okay, place it A dash and stretch up to B dash, then mark on that 45 degree. Okay, mark the arc. Next, again same compass. Okay, place it A dash and stretch up to C dash, and again place it here and mark another arc. Clear? And finally again use the same compass, placed A dash up to stretch D dash, and here, and the radius you have to mark. So like this you have to mark the 45 degree line. With first point is we can call it as a dash, second point we can call it as a B dash of F dash, and third point we can call it as a C dash of E dash, and finally this one is D dash. Like this you have to name it, and also write this inclination is 45 degree. Okay, so we got the second position front view. Then go for projection so that you will get a top view. First you have to project all the vertical lines. Like this you have to, with the help of scale. Okay, with the help of scale draw vertical line. Then first A point, here A point is there, and here A point intersect. Next B point is here. Okay, so B point is here, then C is here, then C is here, then D is here, then D, then E, then F. Finally, like this you have to place and remove the unwanted extra projections. Then you can call it as a name. This is A, this is A, this one is B, this is C, this is D, E and F. And finally use the scale and pencil. You have to use scale and pencil from A, point A, point A. So exactly intersection that you have to consider. Okay, A to B you have to join, B to C you have to join, C to D, D to E, E to F and F to A finally. So this is what a second position, and afterwards you have to show the arrow mark like this. We projected downward arrow mark, we projected right side arrow mark, means right side projection, and here upward projection. So like this you have to show the arrow mark. Clear? So this is what a second position. So if you did first and second position, you will get 1/3 marks. Clear? And go for the third position. So third position is it is of the corner, okay, the diagonal passing through the corner on which it rests is inclined 30 degree. So VP is 30 degree. So this, say, HP we already drawn for the second position, and this VP for the second position. So you have to draw a 30 degree line first. Either you can draw this side or this side, no problem, both are correct. Draw 30 degree line. For that, better you can draw one parallel line and you can draw it. No, it is also correct. Okay, so like this also you can use. Draw one horizontal line, then draw 30 degree. With the help of compass you have to draw. So like this you have to draw. Then first take the diagonal of first position. So diagonal AD. You have to measure the length, it is 50 degree. And next you have to measure the second position. Second means this A position, A to this D is how much? See here, it is in the first position this diagonal is 50, but in second position it is 35.36. Because why it is reduced? Because of this 45 degree. If this 45 degree inclined, then only it will reduced. Okay, so it changes from first position to second position. The diagonal will change its length from first position to second position. That's why we have to go with the locus method. Means we have to find out the beta angle. Then on that beta angle you are going to reconstruct this entire thing. So first take point. Okay, so just placed on it anywhere on this 30 degree, and the length is 50 with the help of scale. Okay, 50, mark it. Then name this point. This point we can call it as a point. Okay, and this point is not actually C. Okay, it is a locus of C. This point is locus of C. So for that you have to draw one locus line. Draw one locus line. Clear? Then take the compass and stretch up to 35.36 length. Okay, then placed it on A and draw the arc. Then intersection point, we got one intersection point. On that intersection point you just use the scale, join up to A. Now this point will become D. Clear? And you have to measure all these lines. These should be very thin lines, okay, not thick line. And you just measure this angle. For that you extend this line and take the protractor and measure it. This is of 45 degree. See here in the problem also we got the 44, but it should be 45 or 44. If you got 44 it is also right. If you get 45 it is also correct. For 30 we get 45. Okay, so once we got this A and D, okay, so in the second position reconstruction we got this A and D point. So now we have to go for the this AB, this DC, these points. Okay, first I will show you in the manual in our system method, means with the help of software. So we just copy this, okay, and move option, with the help of move option, first we select all this and place it on A, and here this is an A, okay, like this you have to place, and after the rotation, moving, so like this you have to select the rotate option, select it, and this is the first point and this is what the second point, and exactly on this beta angle placed it. Clear? So this is what the manual way, system way of reconstruction. But in the manual way, it is entirely different. With the help of compass, with the help of scale, you are going to reconstruct. We already got the point, 2 points A and D. Next, we need B, C, E, F. So for that, okay, so you measure the distances. So this distance you have to measure, and this distance you have to measure. And next, you use just a center, arc by center. That is what, with the help of compass. If I use arc by center, means it is indirectly in a manual way, it is a compass. So from the A, okay, we got the point of A. So cut B. That distance is 23.39. So cut the B. So here you have to type radius 23.39. Just use the compass, okay, and placed it on A and stretch up to B. So take that compass and place it on A and cut the arc. Similarly, on the D, same distance of that compass and cut few more arcs. Okay, use the same compass and cut the same arc. So then either you can place it on D, stretch up to B. Okay, so cross distance. You just cut the arc. So take your compass, okay, so stretch up to, place it on D and stretch up to B, it is 34.23, okay, then placed it that compass and 34.23. Okay, just a minute. So next, what you have to do after cutting all the 4 arcs, okay, so next you just draw a parallel lines, because AD, this BC and EF is a parallel, is it correct? So you can use directly, don't go with the stretch up to from D to B like this. Directly you can use a parallel line, use your rollers, scale rollers, okay, and draw a line, parallel line. So like you just take this line, okay, and move parallelly and similarly here. Okay, you have to draw these parallel lines, and those parallel lines should have distance that you have to mention. This is what the distance, okay, 21.6. So you just mention this distance between this line and this line is the distance between this and this line. Okay, first you draw these parallel lines for this. This opposite distance is 21.65. So one line, and similarly from here 21.65, draw another line. Okay, so like this you have to draw first line, then take the compass placed or here, and that distance is 23.39, and cut the first arc. Similarly placed here and 23.39, okay, .39, another arc placed here. Then similar way here 23.39, cut the arc which intersect that. Similarly with the help of compass you have to cut the arc. Then we got that intersection point. You can call it as this point as a B. We just remove this. And you can call it as a B. This is C, D, E, F. Okay. Then join. This intersection up to here and this up to here, okay. Exactly on the intersection you have to join. See, like this you have to reconstruct with the help of simple way I shown, okay. So of course you can do by using the compass, stretching up to A to B, cut the arc, you got the 4 arcs. Then A to C you can stretch, or D to B you can stretch, and you can cut the arc. That is one method. And another simple method is there, that is you already drawn this beta angle, okay, and you just draw a parallel lines for this beta angle, okay. Draw that and take the arc and cut it, so that you will get an intersection point, and that intersection point you can name it as a B, C, E and F. And once you got that, okay, then you can go for projecting, so that you will get a final front view of the problem. So first like this you have to draw all the horizontal lines, then one step by step. This point is A, so A up to A you have to place it. B is here and B dash is here, C is here, C dash is here, and D is here, D dash here, and E is here, and E is here, and final point is F. F and F is here. So like that you have to mark all the points, and you can name it this as a dash, it is what resting, a B dash is C dash, a D dash, E dash, okay. So E dash and finally F dash. And step by step you have to join from A to B, you have to join B to C, you have to join C to D, you have to join D to E, E to F, okay, and finally F to A. And you have to make this as a thick line. Okay. Yes, this is a final view, and you have to show the arrow mark. So if you show the arrow mark, it will complete your problem. Yes, and also you have to write the beta angle is 45 degree, and this actual angle is 30, okay, and beta angle is 45, that you have to write here, okay. And this thick line represents all the visible views in the first position. See here, this is what the first position, second position and third position. So in the first position, corner, opposite to corner, there is a corner in case of hexagon, and we constructed top view because it is resting on HP. Similarly here HP inclination is there 45 degree because here resting on HP, so second position is HP inclination, and third position is beta angle because this is what the diagonal. So this diagonal is initially 50 mm, but in the second position this diagonal will reduce us, that's why you have to go with beta angle. First you have to draw 30 degree here and draw this 50 mm, means first position diagonal, okay, we drawn, and draw the locus, and after that take the second position diagonal and cut the arc, so that you will get an point B, and if you join D and if you join AD, that will become an diagonal. So we got the 2 points, and once we got the 2 points, next we have to go for BC EF point, that is by with the help of compass and scale. So first we already got the beta angle, so draw a 2 lines parallel to this, okay, and with a distance of 21.65, these two distance is 21.65, draw 2 lines, okay, you have to draw 2 lines like this for this beta angle, and later take your compass and placed it on A and stretch up to B, and here placed it and cut the first arc, and placed it on D, cut the second arc, and placed it on D, cut the third arc, and placed it on A and cut the fourth arc, so that you will get in 4 points, and you can name it as a B, C, E and F. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F and F to A, join. So if you join that, you will get an reconstructed with a beta angle. Then project for upward, and finally you will get the final third position of front view, okay. So this problem, 46th problem in your primer book, draw projection of a circular plate. Draw a projection of circular plate, negligible thickness of 50 mm diameter, resting on HP. This is what the first position condition. It is a circular plate, okay, circular lamina, first thing. Second thing, it is a 50 mm diameter, resting on HP. Here there is no edge condition or corner conditions. In circular lamina, we won't get any kind of edge condition or corner conditions, because that circular lamina don't have any edges or don't have any corners, okay. Simply it is of a diameter with a circular plate of 50 mm resting on HP. So you have to start with the top view, first position, okay. And on the point A, means we have to mark the points. Even though you don't have any corners or edges, we have to mark the point, means the circle should divide with an equal parts like this. a 4 equal parts. If you draw 4 equal parts, or if you want more, you can draw 8 equal parts. Like this, you have to divide this circle. Okay, 8 equal parts, then name it. This is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Like this, you have to mark the points. On that point A, okay, this point, that point A on the circumference, okay, on the point A on the circumference of this plate, with a plane inclined 45 degree to HP. It is resting on HP, so second position is HP, and the top view of the diameter passing through the resting point make a 60 degree with VP. So here VP is 60 degree, but the same diagonal, okay, that diagonal means diameter, but you have to go with the normal method. Why? Because here there is no appears to be, but they given top view, they given the top view, so they mention that the top view, third position, the top view. If you don't mention any top view, then you have to go with the locus method, but here they clearly mention it is appears to be is nothing but a top view. Okay, so the top view is of 60 with VP, means you have to go with the normal method, not the locus method. Actually you have to go with the locus method. Why? Because they given diameter is inclined to VP, but even though we are going with normal method, why? Because it is a top view is given, means appears to be, it is like a top view and it is of 60 with VP. So we have to go with the third position is normal method for VP. Clear? Yes, I will show you. So first it is of 50 mm. Okay, so draw a circle with the help of your compass. So diameter is 50 and place it like this. Okay, and this should be thick because it is a visible one. And once if you draw the circle, then you have to divide the circle, because we need a points. We need a point, that's why we have to divide the circle like equal parts, not 5 parts, not 6 parts, not 7 parts. It should be equal, means a 4 parts or 8 parts. Like this you have to equally divide. First you have to divide a 2 parts. Okay, the circle will divide 2 points, means we get a 2 points, means it is divided to 2 equal parts. Next I need a 4 points. See, the circle is divided into 4 equal parts. You have to draw one vertical and horizontal, then it is divided into 4 equal parts. If you go with more number of points, you will get a more accurate one. For that, again you have to divide this. Okay, so for that you have to place here and draw 45 degree. If you draw 45 degree, okay, take the line, placed it, and the angle should be 45 and placed up to, so use the compass, draw 45 degree. Then the same thing, so here minus 45, take the protractor and placed it. Then afterwards use the scale and extend. With help of scale, join, so that it will divide into 8 equal parts. And after that you have to name it. This is an A point, okay, a B, a C, a D, E, F, G and H. Total 8 points. Okay, for the construction purpose only we are going to divide, and after that you have to join all the points like this for the front view purpose. Okay, then join this. See here, you have to name it. So A is visible, so A dash, and B visible, H not visible, because you just see the line which is passes through B and H. But if you see from the front, this B is visible, so B dash visible, but H is not visible. So B dash will merge the H dash. Similarly, C dash will merge the G dash, and D dash merge the F dash, and finally you will get E dash. So like this you have to name all the points. Clear? This is what the first position. Once the first position is over, okay, so you have to go for the second position. For that you have to measure all these distances. Yes, it's an angle of 45 degree to HP. Second position angle is 45 degree to HP. So take your protractor, mark 45 degree. Okay, simply mark 45 degree and come to the compass. So come to the compass and so place it on A dash, okay, and stretch up to B dash and cut the arc, and this arc distance actually it is 37.32 and cut the arc. Similarly same thing next, okay, so next either you can place it on B dash and cut the C dash arc, or you can place it A and cut C dash, means you have to add these two, okay. So the radius is 7.32 plus that 17.68, both you have to add it, then cut the arc. Similarly go for same thing, place it on A dash and stretch up to D dash, or else place it on C dash and stretch up to D dash. So whichever is convenient you can go with, and distance should be, so you have to add all the three, 17.68 plus 17.68, like this you have to add. And finally last one, that is what, from A to E you have to stretch with the help of compass, and it should be a 50 mm, means that is what the radius. Like this you have to cut the arc, okay, and once the top view is over you have to name it all the positions. This is A dash and this point is a B dash of H dash, and this point is a C dash of G dash, and this point is a D dash of F dash, and finally the last point is a E dash. Like this you have to naming for all the intersection points, and go for a top view, second position top view. For that you have to project all the points. So like this intersection point you have to project. First with the help of scale you have to project all the points. Exactly on the intersection only you have to draw a vertical line, because for accurate one, if it is not exactly intersection you may get some variations in the distances or variation in the angle. So like this you have to draw all the vertical lines. And then A, horizontal one, A up to A, it should be exactly horizontal one, okay. So take the line and this A point intersect A dash, then B should be, then C dash, then D, then E, then F, G, H. Okay, so like this you have to join the points, and you have to give namings. After naming only go for joining. This is A, this one is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, and this one is F, this is G and H. So use a curve. Okay, so either you can use curve here, not a straight line. Don't use any straight line. Don't use scale to join A to B, B to C. Use curve. By using curve you have to join. Okay, so if you tilt the circle, it will look like a ellipse. Okay, so like this. So like this you have to join. See, so use either curve. Okay, so use the curve and join from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G, G to H, and H to A. Like this you have to join. So if you see a circle, by tilting of an angle of 45 degree, it will look like a ellipse. Okay, it's the second position. And come to the third position. So this A to E, so the diameter which is passing through the A, in the problem they given a diameter. Okay, the point is on circumferences. The point is A circumferences, which is placed 45 degree at the top view, and the same thing, the diameter passing through that point is make 60 degree with VP. Okay, so this AE should be 60 degree. So draw 60 degree, angle is 60 degree. Okay, so from here the angle is 60 degree. Like this you have to draw, and you go with a normal method. Why? Because it is in the top view. In the problem they given top view or appears to be, both are same. So they given, that's why you have to just reconstruct entire thing on here. So first I will show you in the with help of system. Copy this, move option, and anywhere placed. So move option, copy the points A, okay, and placed it. Then rotate, same thing. Okay, first point and this point. So this is what a system with help of software you are going to reconstruct, but manual way it's entirely different thing. Okay, so use here vertical and horizontal lines. We already got 60 degree. So measure the distance. Okay, so like this, measure the distance and draw the lines with the help of your the roller scale. Okay, placed it on this, and with a distance of 17.68, draw a line. Then like this you have to draw two lines, and similarly from here it's a distance of 7.32. So use the same roller. Okay, 7.32 distance. So like this you have to draw a parallel lines for this 60 degree. Okay, so you measure this distance with the help of rollers, draw the vertical lines. Clear? And for this it is exactly perpendicular. Okay, so for this it is exactly a perpendicular line is there for this. So either you can draw perpendicular line, one thing, or second thing. Okay, so first you have to place this. From A to so this distance is 35.6. First you have to mark that. Okay, with the help of scale. So anywhere placed it, and up to 35.36. Like this you have to mark. Okay, then just a minute. Okay, placed it. Okay, you can call it as a this as a and this one as a E. Then we need a points. So we need a points like B, C, D, F, G, H. So for that, either you can from here to here cut the arc by stretching, placing this A and B, cut the arc. It is also one method. And another method is there. You have to draw the perpendicular line. So exactly from here, okay, exactly from the center. So draw perpendicular line. So perpendicular for this. So for this, you have to draw a perpendicular line. Like this, you have to draw. So for this perpendicular line means how you are going to draw perpendicular line from the exactly from the center. Okay, so it is already of 60 degrees there. Is it correct? So if you want to draw angle means it should be 30 degree. So like this you have to draw perpendicular line. Okay, and you can name it as this one is C and this one is G. And next you just use the same thing. Okay, same offset method. So from here it is 12.5. So from here it is 12.5. So from here it's of 12.5. Take the same. So just use your scale roller and place it, and this intersection point you can call it as a this is D and this is B, and you can call it as this one is H and this one is yeah. Okay, so now we got all the points. Then use the curve. Okay, so use curve first from A to B you have to join, B to C you have to join, okay, C to D you have to join, D to E you have to join, E to F, F to G, G to H and H to A finally. So like this you have to reconstruct. Okay, so it is another method of reconstructing just by using a scale, okay, by drawing parallel and vertical lines. And once we got all the lines, you just remove the extra lines. Okay, next go for projections. First to project all the horizontal lines. Like this, then placed A. So A is here, A is here, B is here and B is here, C is here and C is here. Okay, then D, D is here, then E, E is here and G and F. Okay, so we got all the points and named it. This one is A dash and this is B dash, this is C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, okay, G dash and finally H dash. So use the same curve First A to B, B to C, C to D, E, F, G, H, join. And after this, you have to show the arrow mark. That should be you have to show, because where to where we projected and where to where we get the point, means first one either we got the front view or top view. So this arrow mark will helps to get which view we got first. So like this you have to show all the arrow mark. Okay, say this is the first position. Circle, actually circle don't have any edges or corner, even though we are got the points like A, B, C, D, total 8 points, means 8 equal points. So first position, it is on HP. Second position, it is on second position inclination is HP, because it is on HP, so that second position inclination, so 45 degree. So it is look like a ellipse. And third position, it's a normal method. Why? Because you have to draw this 60 degree for this A point. This A point is 60 degree, draw 60 degree line, then go for reconstructing by using a parallel lines, okay, and horizontal and vertical lines. By that you will get a intersection points, and if you join you will get top view, and by projecting upward and by projecting the right side you will get final third position front view. Okay, clear? So next 47th problem, a circular lamina, same circular lamina of 50 mm diameter standing with one of its point, means any one point. So 8 equal points, on that any one point you can take. Okay, so point on the rim of HP. Rim means the circumference, and it is on HP, so that you have to draw the top view first. And the lamina inclined 45 degree to HP. The lamina is inclined to 45 degree. Second position is HP inclination of 45 degree. The diameter at a right angle to the diameter which passes through the point on which the lamina rests is parallel, means in the third position they not given inclination with HP, VP. So instead of that VP inclination, they given one condition, means this total 8 equal points. Okay, so this point A, if we consider this point A, so this diameter, okay, this diameter, actually this diameter should be inclined VP, but instead of VP inclination they given the point which the lamina rest, okay, that is parallel to VP, means you have to make this point, okay, is parallel to VP. You have to make parallel to VP. That is what the third position. See here. So this is what the first position. Okay, as usual. So as usual, you have to construct, and after that, okay, so 8 equal points, okay, by vertical line, horizontal line, and 45 degree, you will divide this into 8 equal points, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and this A is what the resting point, okay, resting point. In second it is 45 degree HP, okay, we draw it. It is the first position. Second position, it is on top view first, then front view and top view. Okay, fine, over. But in the third position, VP inclination is not given. Instead of VP inclination, this point A is parallel to VP. So parallel to VP means take this point A, place it on this XY line, okay, okay, then draw a vertical line, exactly vertical line, so that you will get a point A and E for the same distance. Next, go for reconstructing B, C, D, E, F, that is by drawing the same vertical lines, okay, vertical lines with a distance of from here to here, measure the distance and draw the vertical lines. And afterwards draw the one horizontal line, because perpendicular to this vertical there is a horizontal line, and this horizontal line is a CG. If you draw that horizontal line, you will get a CG point. Then from this CG to this another point BH, there is a line is there, okay. So from that you have to draw one more horizontal line, and from one more horizontal line, so that you will get an all the points, 8 points. And with the help of curve, if you join, you will get an ellipse of third position top view. and finally projecting for upward and projecting for right side, you will get a final front view.